You know, I was the chairman for Defense and Interior. This hospital, NDC, it was started by President Kufuor, the locations and all those things. NDC came to start it whenever. When we came, I'm an MPP, but I have to tell you the truth. We're talking about Ghana and nobody. We didn't do anything. Read my lips. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was the chairman for Defense and Interior. When we decided to go and inspect Afari, they stopped us. We didn't go. So I heard somebody talking 15 months. Has Afari Hospital been there for 15 months? We were there for 8 years. You didn't do it. Don't blink your eye. You see, we are not doing politics. I'm speaking the truth. This is Ghana. Stop that. We will criticize NDC, we will criticize MPP. That's the only way to go. I was chairman. NDC started this. Why didn't you complete it? You were there for 8 years, you didn't complete it. When somebody comes for 15 months, then you have a problem. Please, give me a break. Ghana, we should love our nation and stop playing politics with everything and do the right thing for the country. And that is what I'm doing. You see, when I mentioned MPP, he was blinking his eye. Why do you want me to criticize NDC and leave MPP? When I know that both parties, they didn't do the right thing for the country. I will end here.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong okay nka wanka bone onka bone ba kokora ensusu nipa bi ahyeda se omo begye nano esi bone se wakoka se MPP anye hwe na mo anya no nkyere se mo ankoda no ho eno nkyere se mo amfa cement ankoda no ho eno nkyere se mo amfa niema ankogum opeso okire mo se mo antumi anwie eno nti se NDC aba na 15 months omuntimi enko ho a eni ho kwa se mo ma mo bufu because mo betena so 8 years mo antimi anwie obi abetena so 15 months mo pese ono de onko commission di ade no de kwa akọ commission eniema mo di begu mu nyina niema ni nyina we na achen video a ye hwe ye nsuo Afari Hospital edano nyina ho nyina fufu eniema egugu ho no mu nyina ntentan ne ho nkro ne ba ebinom eniema ne bi kura ewe na achen uhwe video na otumu se eniema ne bi ewe na achen na so okoka we ya wose no ye chairman in defense committee chairman we ye se omo kodan no ho NPP mpanifo omo ankodan no ho eji so oka we ya o ha oni san ya o take ya paye Mubenya abutra munya abutro because a Ghana first. It's not about MPP, it's not about NDC, it's Ghana first. And when is Ghana first? Edrobianka them. When is Ghana first? No. Edrobianka them. Party bianka them. When it comes to Ghana, it's Ghana. We don't care about who is ruling or who is not ruling, who is in opposition. Send you dimrika quiet press conference. Mo say nipa dimrika sa monko Afari Hospital mo ko peden. NPP for mo was di empredo do send na mutimi call.
$500 beds, 0 patients. This is the Afari Military Hospital, one of the projects that was in to solve some of Ghana's health problems, but it has been neglected and abandoned. The facility has been taken over by weeds, with installed equipment at the walls also gathering dust. There's pressure on the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital, the only referral facility in the Ashanti region. But this place is idling. In September 2025, when the news team visited this facility, the situation was bad. But coming back today, situation is worse because of the happenings or the development here at the facility. More patients are scrambling for space at the accident and emergency units of the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. But it is not the case here at the Afari Military Hospital because there's enough space here, but there's no patient here. This is the accident and emergency unit or department of the Afari Military Hospital. And this is spacious. You have the down floor and the top floor all occupied. The beds have been set up. The facility is ready for use, but it's not operational. I'm just taking you through one of the wards here at the emergency unit here of the Afari Military Hospital. And what I was saying, the beds here have been set up. Also here, gathering dust. This, so I can count about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 beds here. So this, of course, would have reduced the numbers at the Konfanochi who will be going to the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital and even ease the pressure at the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. But these beds are idling, gathering dust, no patients, and this is the Afari Military Hospital. Now, stable and constant water supply is essential for the running of every health facility, and this plan was included in the construction of this 500-bed military hospital. Behind me is this system that is supposed to supply water to every part of this hospital if it is operational. The last time I was here, I could find my way close to the system, but it's not the same in my current visit because the place has been taken over by weeds. This tells you how worse the condition the facility is getting. So at major parts of the facility, I'm talking about the Afari Military Hospital, you realize there's deterioration. Parts of the building or the walls have begun deteriorating because it's not in use. So you see the paint here peeling off and the kind of water, stagnated water, can't tell where it's coming from. That's happening here. And you see at the ceiling here, the kind of rusty nature and also the deterioration the facility is encountering because the facility or the hospital is not operational. Hafiz Tijani, Channel 1 News, Afari, Ashanti.
We all want the Afari Military Hospital completed and operationalized to serve the health needs of the Ghana Armed Forces and the people of the Ashanti region and beyond. However, this must not become a conduit for daylight robbery. Any attempt to use the back door to pay this newly generated unjustified amount of 85 million United States dollars can only be described by the popular Ghanaian cliche, create, loot, and share. Daylight robbery. We will fiercely resist this scheme. We demand value for money, and we will protect the public purse. The government must immediately abandon this fraudulent 85 million US dollar claim, pay the outstanding 500,000 United States dollar, and ensure that the contractor completes the remaining 2% of the work without delay for use by the Ghanaian people.
Say kra MPP for omo tax na me hu de omo pa chiro Honorable Kennedy Agyapong obie na no a musibue wa nkasa so a musibue mwa na moyi for so papai se papai won kasa Kennedy Agyapong ye ko MPP for musi ni kom ye na waye no ehunahunam Kennedy Agyapong si won kasa musi ni kasa wo si won kasa no MPP for Egumu party. Musi Kennedy Agyapong won kasa. Afe die papa isi mekasa. Waba be kasa. Wanam ni baby wo kwa akodi ni birthday ana adofo hia no ana wo mu busa no say honorable o birthday dey na ekoso ana wo ka de wo ye e di akire wo bo ana wo kire say wakoye donations kura hospitals ahodo obefo na o free way no say no sane etie bia no ogusu a oye donations no enne obehwe say donations aka ni nyina obetumi aye na wawie ana obi kobisa na afari ho asem ana papai o kana adwene die wonim ana wo kaaye munyina NPP fo munyina munim pefe se Kennedy Agyapong on cham fan to NPP so because asamu a wo kaaye no is verifiable NPP for mu betimi a verify ewo mo MP sa no mo defense committee no mo betimi a verify enu ntino sa papa ne be ka kire mo say wo mo ye se o mo ekoho na NPP fo mpanimfo enye se NPP fo NPP mpanimfo ene stop wo mo a di entina say mo atumu anu agu no so di entina say mo atumu anu agu no so wakasa abuwe wankasa abuwe ene NPP Kennedy obenya agu party no MPP me say Kennedy ene obenya agu party no efri say wakasa abuwe wankasa abuwe wakasa ba ko pe one bomb one word o kan say afedi mo anye 8 years mo de baba be compare 1 year 5 months enye ne sa 8 years mo ntimi fan compare 1 year 5 months na empenifo na bu besi usu a anke hye wo ma MPP foi de mo ye no monye very very careful because they say no mo tax na mo ati wo mo agumu a o de o ba radio so anase wo mo ba YouTube anase wo mo ba Facebook atem didie no o mo bedi di atem saa de pushi Kennedy nkakran ama na free party no mo te sa o kasa wo se meye MPP ni eti wonu wo hu ne susu ne ho se odaso ye MPP ni mapa
NC Sebi. Yes. The MC has come to threaten her.
So who gave you the authority?
But at the end of the day, I'm working for you.
You are not working for anybody.
You're not working for anybody. You didn't ask permission.
Why?
Did you see us stopping them? We are doing it for Ghana, not us. Officer.
Why is he doing this?
Yeah, for you.
Don't bring us. No.
There is no.
Don't go back.
That is why we are going back.
Yeah, for the defense ministry. Yeah, for defense ministry.
When there's an emergency, do you ask permission? No.
Defense
ministry.
Yeah, Madonna. Oh, yeah, Ghanaian. No. Yeah, Madonna.
Don't do that. Members of parliament should ask permission from the first ministry. You have a minister.
No.
Don't ask me that.
Don't ask me that.
Don't ask me that. So you wouldn't
project ongoing. We came here. Yeah, perhaps 2024. We came here. Yeah, perhaps. Yes.
Listen to me.
Honorable. It looks as if they wanted you guys to seek permission before you come in. But why didn't you seek it?
Brother, emergency situation that people are being turned, people are dying. You want it to affect my family member or yours before you see the citizens' action. When you are not acting, the citizens act. So they should act and bring confidence so we will not do these things. Nobody says these things are right, but it is necessary. to put pressure on government. It's a tool for demonstration. It's a tool to express your feeling, because Ashanti matters. They are doing new structures elsewhere. And we are saying that as an MP, we should treat every region equal. So just as other regions matter, Ashanti also matters. Matters here. That's it.
And so that's are you a free?
Now baby I get you wadi omunyi wadi wo kwaji ama for the form ji ama for the asante my for yet ya asante for ya modai asante ma yet me amakoto aba mama hama and hospital can say we na wo wuram hospital can say we e wo wuram.
And so this is the situation here at the Afari Military Hospital. In fact, there is a bit of a confrontation between the military officers and the local assembly here, over here, on permission, on whose authority the members of parliament sought to enter the military hospital here at the Afari, And so this is what is currently happening here at the Afari Military Hospital. We've had the DC come around, we are told, also the ranking member on the health committee in parliament also here. In fact, they have been trying to explain, the military on the other side, the military that is guarding this place, have been questioning on whose authority they came into this premises. And so they have been explaining to them why they were here, explaining that they only came here to actually see how the state of the health or the facility here is currently. That's because of the situation that has happened at the Confranoti Teaching Hospital. And so that is what is currently happening here. We are trying to see if we can engage a lot more of the ranking members here, or the members on the minority side that have come here, to find out from them what is the way forward. In fact, they are actually moving out of the facility. They have been inside to see what is happened, and they have raised some concerns as to the immediate operationalization of this facility that we are having here at Afari to complement efforts at the Confranoti Teaching Hospital. And so that is currently the situation here.
Patrick Bwachiado, me pesa mi busa a question baako. Sa wheat ya udoi. Emra aboa papon ene hopsiadoye omuko Afari Hospital. Ohu sanye na ehonum asiafu na ohu na enwura ne tenten. Na Kennedy Agyapong koka ho asem no. Ufiri oboa se ton. Former MP udimirika wakofa sekan wo bedo. Wo ba bedo. Koye niemu ambo. Because ade na ewo honum na se obi meka ho asem a mo nhwe na mo nye ho adwuma. But uye MP no. Ucha wani kura ba behwe se Afari. Min kohonkonkohwe eni Sewua. Min kohonkonkohwe se de hotie. Na wakofa sekan a wo bedo hu se camera eba hoti. Hu se photographers eba hoti. Hu se amanfo betwa video di wako YouTube nti. Udimirika wakofa sekan a wo do. Na moye papa edamwanim. Moye bone so a edamwanim. Die mu beye bia Ghana ye nyina ye de yani ehwe mo. Udimirika akofa sekan a wo do. Ye betie de wo pese wo ka. Na abe kanso am yetie.
Chief, this morning you have left Parliament to Afari to read. What's informing this?
I'm very sad and disappointed today to see this beautiful edifice overtaken by weeds and of course snakes. A sad day for Ghana because I don't think the country is moving in the right direction. If you look at the Confranoti situation, Confranoti represents, it's a tip of the iceberg. It represents a smaller bit of the big problem. Confranoti has been overloaded. The accident and emergency unit is full of patients. And I can tell you, when you visit the place, the patients lying on the floor are more than the patients lying on the bed. This situation cannot continue. That is why Ghana government initiated this project with the intention of absorbing some of the overload on Komfanoche. Look at Afari. Afari will serve the northern part of Ghana, a bit of western north, and it will relieve Komfanoche of the enormous pressure. The Agenda 11 projects, which were completed and commissioned by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo before he left office, I'm referring to the one at Kokobin in the Oforikrom constituency and the one at Trede in the Achuma Kwangoma district. They are fantastic hospitals, 100-bed capacity hospitals each, which has emergency units and all the units. I don't know what the people of Ashanti region have done to the John Mahama government. I don't know. What is left is employing nurses and doctors and other health workers to make the hospital functional. That is what we are all asking for. We are not asking for anything. I'm sure if the people of Ashanti region see the state of Afari Hospital now, people will weep, because we shouldn't let this investment go waste. As early as possible, we are calling on the minister and the president to take steps to operationalize these facilities before the situation gets out of hand. I agree with the CEO of Komfanoche. In our line of duty, we always think about the patient safety. We prioritize the patient safety. If the emergency unit is overloaded, they cannot work effectively. You can't bring your patient to seek optimal care, and then you have patients lying on the floor all over. Where will you even stand to do your work as a doctor or as a nurse? So it's sad. That is why you saw me weeding, because this shouldn't continue. This spectacle must stop. And we are asking on the president to operationalize these hospitals for the sake of the health of not only people in Ashanti region, but all the catchment area of Komfanoche and the rest where the hospitals are.
Thank you.
Sadia MPP for no minority and move from home mighty minority. Now almost so majority and so I'm from Hussein. Sa MPP for NPC. Edru baby ayana mintu omwase. Omo anya press conference ya. Omo anya press conference ya. Omo transia omo ntimi transia. Si amudi mirikasa mahama nkonkoye eye Afari Hospital ho adwuma no mudi mirika akoye press conference. E die mfaso pa na mubenya e die free so. Eno na Kennedy Agyapong koka ya se mo atinkrofo agun a omo di na tem. Na me pese me busa mo se 8 years na mo te hon mo yeden. Mo ahu se 8 years na mo betimi a complete. Mo kai se aboa papon. Oni hopsina doye. Wo mo di mirika de nkrofo kogu ho se Afari Hospital ya wie ya ye bibia wi ade be chiama media fo akọ no mo kodododo ho. Na mo ka se ni nyina Ghana fo ye nhwe wo ho. Enne mo di mirika kwa akotra Kennedy kokan ya ono na mo di mo ani tan kwa akosi ni so. Ade na mo antimi anya no. Mo asa mo antimi anya enya Kennedy eno okeka mo ho nsem mo na mo se mo party no. Mo na mo se mo party ni tinde mo ye ne de munya careful, because MPP for mo anya careful. I see the base for omu lazy omu boot aba park na so said the tie bia 2028 Kennedy Agyapong woni ba umia any whoever NDC is bringing omu be contest for presidency presidential elections no Ghana Kennedy Agyapong be contest 2028 enunti no so be contest here said the tie bia. I want to tell you, say, MPP, mo be chire mo rough. Na NDC so ye mo for mo huni. We are on the way. We are coming. Ye basa kakai.
This is the 500-bed Afari Military Hospital, a project launched with fanfare, funded with taxpayers' money, and promised to solve Ghana's health crisis. But instead of saving lives, this project has become a symbol of neglect and delays. Join me on a journey through the facility. Pressure continues to mount on the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital, the only major referral facility. Hospitals like Afari and Sewua, which could ease the congestion, remain abandoned. The 500-bed Afari Military Hospital and the 250-bed Ashanti Regional Hospital at Sewua are strategically located to handle major cases, but their fate now hangs in the balance. A big hospital like this one will require stable and constant water supply. This has informed the contractors to put up this water treatment plant. But this facility, which is not in use, has been taken over by WIS. These are some of the disturbing situations one will find when visiting the abandoned hospital. From the outside, the Afari Military Hospital looks impressive, but once inside, the reality is stark. The facility stands idle, far from serving its intended purpose of saving lives. This is one of the wards at the Afari Military Hospital that will be serving patients when this hospital is finally operational. In here, these beds have been set up, but they are not in use and are being covered by dusts. In the Afari community, the mood is one of disappointment. Residents say they feel let down by a state of a hospital meant to transform healthcare delivery in the area.
Ebeboye kwan bebre so se ebetima ma adwuma kola abakuro yi mu a emu mema ni mu ma ya benya bia ye den aye anya hwe kra se obi yare kese na ye de ni free sahwi ba je se konfa no chi ene ye de ni twam de ne ye den ekọ enti se ye bebia aha na edura ebema ohawo ne so aye den ati
obi ama nya Ghana nko so the whole world obi betima ba Ghana ha na wo yare ne bia oduru ha baby o tede ko ho eno eyamo bia ebeboa ye nyina ne ka che be kan afele ne ma ka stress aban twira ni mehwe afele man na che bia adwuma no a won fa ne kromfo no won fa ye kromfo no mi na minti nya bia ye wo ma ye wo fa che wo nuanom e ma ne mema o mo wie sko tifi
aban no timi ebie hospital no eye military hospital na wa feri ha no e de maya na ko de hye o mani boa ma eni monyam a enka beboa pa nti ebesra ban no esenka otimi ne sama ya enka.
Assembly member for the area shares the same concern, urging swift action from government.
So we are getting a lot of complaints from the community members and a lot of people, even the entire country, because this hospital is very huge and it's going to be one of the best hospitals in the country or even the whole West Africa. So we appeal to the government to come to the hospital and complete it for us so that to reduce the pressure on Komfanoche and other hospitals around this country.
This is the hospital's 154 capacity mortuary, and machines that have been installed here are gathering dust. The situation here at the morgue is not so different from the other wards we visited. At Sewua, similar calls are being made. Residents want the completion of the 250-bed Ashanti Regional Hospital, which they believe is equally critical to reducing pressure at Komfanoche.
District ni head ni government hospital ekonimu no nte bre aban edeba ni yani age say ebetimi awie ama bosomotwen so yenso ya safata be but unfortunately yentimi awie na mefsre aban mu mpanimfo especially Mira President Mahama na daroma ebre obaye no obehye say omu say NPP aban awie na nso abaye de obeboa ama ya wie ama bosomotweman ene asanteman temu ha ayresabia no so atimi apagya na etumpon na aboama apomudin so nipa so afa ntoma pa efra.
Community voices stress that these hospitals are not just life-saving facilities but also vital to strengthening Ghana's overall health care. The Afari Military Hospital could be a symbol of progress and hope, yet for now it is a reminder of delays that cost lives. Pressure is mounting on government to complete and operationalize the Sewua and Afari military hospitals, both of which were intended to ease congestion at the Komfanoche Teaching Hospital.
Currently, the only major referral center in the Ashanti region continues to grapple with overcrowding as it caters to patients from neighboring regions. The situation has contributed to persistent no-bed syndrome that plagues Ghana's healthcare system as key facilities remain uncompleted and unused. The 500-bed Afari Military Hospital and the 250-bed Sewua Hospital, earmarked to serve as the new Ashanti Regional Hospital, have missed multiple completion deadlines and now stand abandoned. Dr. Sribo described the situation as unacceptable and urged government to expedite work on the two facilities to reduce pressure on existing hospitals.
Completion of these facilities will also expand the capacity of the facilities to be able to take in more patients, take in more doctors, take in more nurses, take in other supporting health workers. So that even increases employment. And beyond that, the medical school itself can take advantage of it. I work in Bekwai Municipal Hospital. Currently, as we speak, the hospital has partnered with the medical school, and there is going to be an external teaching site at Bekwai Municipal Hospital. And I believe that similar projects can be carried out in other hospitals that have the equipments and then the facilities to be able to support medical training, such that we can even decentralize our training and that we won't rely only on Kompanoche. So that will mean that we'll be able to take in more medical students and more health personnel and train them over a very wide geographical area.
He stressed the neglect of the Afari and Sewua hospitals undermine healthcare access in the region and called for swift action to bring them into operation.
In fact, one of the regions that lack health facilities is Ashanti. But if you don't look at it carefully, you will think that we are fine. Our regional hospital is the Kumasi South Hospital. And look at that, is our regional hospital. Very small. If you go to other regions, they have a regional hospital, they have a teaching hospital, they have military hospitals, they have so many hospitals that are available. So you can imagine, get to Greater Accra. Rage is a regional hospital, 37 is there, Kolebu is there, University of Ghana Medical Center is there. All of them are big facilities that are able to do so much. And yet when you come here, if you take out Kompanoche, then the whole health system collapses. So we need these facilities to come on board so that they can help. Referrals are even a challenge. However, if you have Sewua come on board, Afari come on board, and then we are probably expanding. If Kompanoche says they don't have space, there will be specialists and consultants in Sewua who can take them. Afari can take it. And that means that our people will be more comfortable.
Installed medical equipment at both facilities have been left idle and continue to gather dust.
For the Ghana Medical Association, the completion and operationalization of these facilities will not only help in improving the health systems in the Ashanti region.
President Mahama, the air catcher, we say upon the air coso, upon the minority no air ye, and someone omokeka press conference, who do our omu yenano. President Mahama, the air catcher say, Chueni Behwe Ashanti region, Chueni Bra Behwe Afari Hospital. In Tia the omoka. Na enhwe de omo ye na emom bomoden se wodi wani beto onyankopon hata suru yanim nyame a wo Assemblies of God ni ba osom no fo ani to nyame nanim na bra behwe Afari eni Sewua Hospital no sane ebeye na yenuanom omo yare no omo sutu betumi enya baabi edi wo mutiato omo yare a hospital bi wo ho no mo omo betumi na omo akọ na etumi abua omo. The choke is too much. And intimestro President Mahama bomodin ya se Afari Hospital eni Sewua ubabomodin se ubitimi akomeshin enimu ya eneni chine ya mesro the bestro na Ghana fu nyina yensagu yensayem kotodwe egufom yensagu yeti Yesu frɛw bisa wo na wo ye omampani Mahama yesro bra na bra behwe oman Ghana, the state of the hospitals in Kumasi.
Welcome to the Base USA, where we put Ghana first and empower the youth for a global impact.